when you go to a relationship, genda yonochi no bwongo bwo. Do not go with the heart. Oyo uliao kanze mwagala. Nze mwagala nze mufirako, nze mufirako. Wana goja mufirako fe.
So other times when he's just met someone else, or maybe he lost interest in that situationship that you call a relationship, that you called a relationship.
But appreciate you for who you are, and then you move on.
Beautifully and wonderfully.
Exactly. Dress up. Go have a glass of juice from a very nice place when you're smiling. Wear your nice perfume. Wear your lipstick, and you.
And if they left you with the Benz, you cry in that
Please,
Benz.
cry in your Benz.
Hi, my name is Atwine. You are watching the Girl Chat at Authentic Chat, and today with me I have my friends, and we have a very, very interesting topic for the season. Basically, not so interesting, but in a way worth talking about. I'll let these girls introduce themselves, and then we dive in.
Hi. My name is Alan Were. Said no girl. Like this. And I'm happy to be here, and I hope we have a great time.
So good to have you, Alan.
Thank you, Praise.
Hi, I'm Debbie. Nice. Commonly known as Avoli. I'm glad to be here. Atwine, thank you for hosting.
Of course, it's a pleasure having you guys. Finally, I get to have you here with me. It's not been easy, guys, but they are here.
Not so hard.
It wasn't easy at the same time. It's not easy to find you guys at the same time. So you guys, I kept thinking about a situation where, because usually with Valentine's, it's celebrating love. And many relationships usually do not survive that season, you know. And then actually, the others blossom in that season. And for those that blossom, happy for you.
Good for
happy
you.
for us, yeah. Yes, and then, I know. And then for those that actually end, the other day I was talking to some girl, and her problem was someone, I don't know if I should call it ghosting, but then they were relating and things were seemingly going well.
Okay.
But then suddenly the guy kept quiet.
Yeah, that's your ghosting, eh?
I thought so. Yeah, so the guy kept quiet. And I was like, did you actually love that guy so much? Like, I mean, we were heading somewhere. But somehow the guy, goes silent, and she's also not the type that is going to keep chasing, calling and sending messages. She'll send and she'll stop. But then her problem was, at least we could talk about it. Yeah, so you guys, do you think it's that important? And I think that's what I want to call it, like closure, to find closure when a relationship ends.
Is closure important?
Yeah, is closure so important? Do you feel like I must have it?
Yes and no.
Okay.
You can have closure. Closure is good, especially for if anyone wants, for the person who wants now, like that friend of yours who was wondering, Chichi, most people want to know, what did I do wrong? What happened? And like, okay, mbulira, so that for some, okay, because us women, we have which problem, because after they tell you, you see, and men will always not tell you the exact thing that you did, nadalanga sazewo to move on. In their head, they're just thinking, girl,
because sometimes it's not like there's even anything you did.
Yes.
Maybe they found someone, or maybe they feel like they want to stop.
There is something you've done, but it's not noticed.
Yeah, sometimes,
so
but there are also other times when he's just met someone else, or maybe he lost interest in the situationship that you call a relationship, that you called a relationship.
That is why the person who wants closure wants to know, what did I do wrong? Probably, so that for the next relationship, very few will say, I want to know what I did wrong for the next, probably to better myself, to do better in the next relationship.
But are you sure usually when someone is actually seeking for this closure, do you think they are thinking about the next relationship?
Of course,
no.
Sometimes.
For me,
no, I feel that's why I said.
Yeah.
Over lucky or kuba ne mindset to say that I would like to know, because sometimes it's just you don't understand, according to your best of knowledge, you feel you did everything right. You did everything. Ate abamu mu kisosa gayo badomoleza ulanga you prepared. I can cook, I can clean, I can
wifey duties.
I can do all wife duties. So you're thinking, where the hell did I do wrong?
Yeah.
So at times, yes, you need to know, like, why.
Yeah.
Why? Why I say you probably might not need a closure is sometimes they might tell it to you, and because for some men, those that so far that I have heard from,
For those
they
that will
tell
actually
it to you,
give
they'll
you
tell it
time,
to you
like,
to
okay, we
break
can meet
you.
up and talk.
Some tell it to break you. That's what I'm saying. Olusi, it's not important for you to. Bwaba against the nasala okugostinga, find the courage and also
work
ghost
on
your
yourself.
face. Yeah.
I think
And
it's important
maybe get
sometimes.
over it.
Yeah,
but
do. Because why will omwana abendinga lwaki omuleka bulisi awo like
when someone
because you can
moves,
talk about
yeah.
it. Anyway, sometimes it's important,
Abamu
not
shero.
for making up, but for for making it better. 'Cause
When
some
I'm
people-
naive.
some people- Yeah, that one is always better. So sometimes why I believe guys in most cases ghost is because they think when a lady or when a girl in a relationship they've been with is asking to have that closure, they always want sympathy for a second chance. Yet sometimes it's
And
a
but
girl,
then do
Yeah,
you know
and
that
that's why I
most
say,
times
yeah.
because it prepares you for a better relationship. It heals you mentally, because that is something we all ignore, a mental illness.
Yeah.
Because when you're going into depression, you're getting stressed over this guy. Why is he ghosting? Why
Yeah,
is he
why is he not
disappearing?
talking?
And
was
all of
it
a
because I
sudden,
did this? Was it
Yeah.
because of the
Thinking
other
of
day?
all the bad
Was
things
I not
that-
good in this way? All this, and then you start kwesalira msango.
Exactly. And sometimes a guy might not really explain, maybe because you did that one thing that you felt was minor, and
Also,
to him
it's
it's a
in
big
the
deal.
men nature
Exactly.
not to explain themselves.
Not to
Men
explain.
do not like to explain
Yes,
themselves.
that is also another thing.
They will want to. In fact, as ayagala kulekao, so that
You figure it
obeda
out
and you're
yourself.
thinking, but I did not tell you we have ended things.
I know.
Oh my
that
God,
you're now
also
there
that.
thinking, should I move on? Should I not?
stay?
And then when they come from whatever they have been doing, from whatever
They come
ghost-
like nothing else.
Like
whatever
they come back-
casket they
oh
have
God.
been in, they want
That's
to continue.
evil.
Where
Where they
come here
stop.
when you come in, you're like,
That's
no, guarantee,
so-
oh, don't tell what.
That's
Like,
that's so
that's a
evil.
wicked person.
That's so wicked. Like
That's a wicked
seriously.
person.
And then again, with closure, I feel it's important from your point of view, because sometimes it's a two-way. It's not about the guy alone.
Okay.
Sometimes it could be on the side of the girls. In most cases, us girls, we always believe in the advice that we get from either our very close friends or our siblings that we trust, and we believe whatever decision they take for us is a good one, not a bad one. So they will see your man and they'll be like, this one is not good for you. And you love the person, you do not want to break their heart, you don't want to hurt their feelings. So you end up somehow also ghosting. And
As a girl,
as a girl, yes, girls
yeah.
do ghost as well.
Yeah.
It's not only on
Yeah.
the side of guys. You shouldn't make them feel like,
have you ever ghosted?
I have.
Yeah.
And the reason why
Or
is
zero.
I'd be shocked if she had.
If she had it.
Yeah.
no, I've done that, but on my side, I had to explain to the guy why I did it. And
Okay.
it took me about 6 months.
So
for
maybe
you
you
gave
found
closure.
closure.
I did. So
You
that is
actually
why
gave
I'm
closure.
yeah, that
Actually,
is I'm trying to give the importance, because this guy was there
Did he
waiting.
ask? Did he ask, or you
He
took
asked,
the initiative
but I took
yourself
time to think about it and do
Actually,
it. I couldn't
yeah.
just do it.
Actually,
Okay.
nice. I
Yeah,
like what
'cause-
the point that you've brought
That was
in.
good.
The
Had to-
time, you know, sometimes when you've just maybe you don't understand what has happened or his response, instead of panicking, it's actually
Yeah.
okay to give it
Take
time.
time, think about
As
it.
you seek, seek for that closure. Like
As a
then after,
girl.
yeah,
Yes,
as
as a
whoever
girl.
has been ghosted, instead of rushing already into panic mode.
yeah.
Oh, what did I do wrong? Why did you know what happened? Was it because of ABC? Was it?
bwabanga
you can.
yakuteeka ku engagement level nga they engaged you.
You guys,
And then
sometimes
it's
it's
like-
not even
level.
about the engagement level.
Mm.
There is a relationship you get into, and you feel this is working out.
Yeah.
Like the way you
Actually,
communicate, the way you
yeah,
do things,
everything is
the way you're
flowing.
thinking,
Like
it's a
he's the
flow.
one.
And then all of a sudden, one of the two is ghosting apparently, and you'd be like, "What's
What
happening?"
happened to the one?
So me, when it happened to me, it came up with so many reasons, advice from here and there, and sometimes it's the stories you hear about the person, which is wrong because everyone has a past.
Like they told you
And you
about,
have to
oh my God,
respect
that guy.
someone's past.
Yeah.
Because my past is not my present, neither is it
Yeah.
my future.
That's true.
So, of course, that
But
guy
it
asked,
says something about
and
you.
I gave him time. I told him I will talk about it, not now. But I kept trying to cut communication because the more we communicated, the more he felt like I'm still
May I
there.
ask what was wrong with him, for example, that
Okay.
caused you to ghost him?
Okay, I ghosted this person. One, the siblings. Somehow,
The in-laws.
the in-laws.
Would
and
be. There would be in-laws.
sometimes it's about the in-lawing and
Yeah.
it's annoying.
Uh,
Secondly, about my family as well.
okay.
Somehow we didn't agree on the on the
Terms
religion.
and
No,
conditions
me and him were
applied.
okay. So the religion, and then when your mother tells you if he's this, then I can't be there.
Oh, yeah.
And at
Oh,
the end of
yeah,
the day,
those
this is my
things.
mother, this is my father. I have to
Yeah.
respect their
That's
feelings.
true.
And it was hard for me to explain to him because one, he was moving out of the country. He was getting documents for both of
Oh,
us.
yeah.
Hey.
So he wanted us to finish up this, and then we moved together. I was like, you know what? I decided to go back to school for a course. I'm like, let me finish up this course, then I will follow you. He's like, okay. So he went, but all that time he knew I have a wife. He would even call me a wife.
Oh.
But in me, I
You
knew
know, gone.
I'm
Potea.
done. I'm done with you.
Potea,
But
potea, chiwe
but
de.
it took me 6 months. I was like, you know what? I need to talk
It's
to
time
you.
to
Tell
tell
him.
this person.
Yeah, because I felt I'm ready. And he's ready because I had to cut communication. I would tell him I'm busy, I don't pick up calls and all that. And somehow I'm very sure to him, he also started losing it a little bit.
Yeah.
Now getting used to whether she's there or not
Distance
there.
itself
Exactly.
took a toll.
Yeah, it also helped. So
We'll
I
come
brought
back
it
also
out.
to discuss long
And then-
distance relationships.
And then that is how it helped. It helped
Another
actually
habit.
both of us because I was feeling guilty. Someone is counting on me,
yeah.
and I was feeling bad hurting
And
him. But eventually we talked
I
about
actually
it. and
appreciate-
it became
That
fine.
was good.
Yeah, I
Closure
appreciate-
is very
And
important.
that is
Yeah.
you.
It
That-
is very,
that
very
is for you,
important.
at least for you you took the initiative.
But I've been
to-
ghosted as
to
well,
close.
and no one
Okay.
has given me a reason why he's been ghosted.
How has
You've
it
not
gone?
yet found
No.
closure.
So hold
I haven't, and I'm still.
So you guys, okay, actually that's what no, that's the reason for this table, guys.
flowers, mystery flowers.
It's not even about flowers. Sometimes you just need an explanation. All of a sudden, someone.
Guys,
Okay, the person who ghosted me, it was. We talked like a week, and then after.
I mean that was just a week.
No,
Yeah.
a week.
is
Like on a
You
Thursday,
had
and then on a
pics.
Sunday, someone is not talking to you. You call, he doesn't pick, and I'm like, okay, maybe
It's
it's
too soon for you
my
to
darlings.
expect
Up to
closure.
today, I've
But
not
that-
yet even received.
But was that a relationship?
We were in a relationship.
For a week.
No, like we had talked like a week, and then he kept quiet.
Oh,
like,
it's
you
been
just
like
have
oh, the
Yes.
relationship had been
The
there.
relationship has been there, and then
oh,
some,
okay,
up
I
to
get
today,
that.
I've not received that closure, and I need it. I'm
Have you
working,
tried
I mean,
to?
okay,
Why
to
do you
get in touch?
No, you
I
help
need
us.
it.
Why
Now
I
that's
need
now
it.
that's actually the reason for
I need
this
it.
chat.
No, as in let's
this
get
episode.
let's have a live example.
No.
Of it. Look, for why? she
Yes, yeah,
needs it.
before
Why I
that.
need it.
Yeah, before that
Why?
also.
I need to know what I did wrong so that I change for a better relationship.
Yeah.
I want to understand what I did wrong. If I'm to say sorry, I apologize. I want to know to clear the air because I'm there thinking, what did I do wrong? Did I say something? Was he told something? I need to
know.
know what he has in mind.
Yes, and
then
guys,
he tells
that's
you.
no, Alan. Listen, Alan, be nice. Someone is hurting. Someone.
I'm seeing
yeah.
looking for reasons to hurt.
Yeah, this is okay.
I'm already
this-
hurting.
Go
No,
on,
she won't.
together.
She wouldn't hurt more than she has already. Because I mean,
Exactly.
but also no. This is what I'm saying. The reason for this episode actually is
Okay.
to help someone
Okay.
who is in this position.
In my position.
And apparently, we are not sure if you find this closure. We are not sure that the guy or the girl is going to be
come.
calling
That one I
you.
don't think you will.
So, then what happens? What
I
next?
know, right?
You console
Because you
yourself.
need to move on.
That's
Exactly.
true.
You're not going to
That's
sit there
true.
waiting and so
so true.
yeah. Now that's where
Like,
we need to.
you have to you have to to some extent. That's why I said sometimes you do not actually need the closure. That like let's say if he does not, you should be at a point where you're okay, not to need the closure. One, I
Okay, it's not like you should. It's not like you should be, but you should put in the work to get to that point where you you feel like you don't actually need, because
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm trying to
yeah.
say. You need to have it in mind and say, and that is, now this is for the one guy and anyone out there who is watching. If at all in any way you find or you are planning to be in a relationship, very many people right now are watching. Teens or youths or anyone, any person out there who's not married.
Yeah.
So if you're any person you're planning to date, beera mu mutwe gongo giteekamu. My sister used to tell me, when you go to a relationship, gendayo neki n'obwongo bwo.
Not the heart.
Do not go with the heart. Oyo uli awo nze mwagala nze mufiirako wanagoja mufiirako ofe. Yamufiirako ddala ofe. So go with your head and understand and know that sometimes it might not work the way I want it. People are out, and then we all know some guys out there are not for the relationship. Ayagala just aliyemko katonawa to have a good time, have a kachiko, a good body in public, atambuleko naye, and then go to the next one. Obalaba no balaba.
And some of them,
with them and they're still staring at another girl and you're thinking, dude, like chichi. So you have got to have it in mind and know if it ever goes south. Tell it to yourself and know, you know what? If he left me, assure yourself. You are beautiful. You have got this whole thing together. You are smart. You've got what it takes. Bobato innocente.
You get it. You get the money. They make
Money
money is made, really.
Yeah. So move on. Tell yourself, cry if you must.
Yeah.
Like teleka kubaawo nga olowooza nti a man, you will not. All of us, some of us lost our parents, but here we are.
Yeah. I mean, by the way, that's
so
I know.
have it in your head.
I think
You can-
it's a good
there's
example, but
nothing
I
that
think
you
it's
can
also
hold back from.
a terrible example, because that's like I've always when
You know when a relation, a heartbreak makes you feel like you have lost
Yeah.
so much.
at that particular time. You have, depending how much you saw in this
invested,
kati nga we
yes.
twawa the example of obadde yoga yomwoleza gwamufumbira weekend ozimala wenga okola wife duties on girlfriend paycheck. Bana bawala kulumwa.
okay, that's I wanted to
So
say
you are
that.
there uliranga bambiwa because of your novel, and you know as girls we build castles in the air. You start to see yourself like a princess.
You start seeing yourself
the
a
guy,
wife,
you
and this guy is
put
not
yourself
even
on the
seeing
mind.
you're not even yet
My
at a girlfriend level. You're not even
You can't even
anywhere
meet the
near
closest friends.
being introduced. Muchali eyo, and you see.
No wonder
You just have
Abana
to work on
bebelemu.
ourselves,
Yeah,
ngafe.
yeah.
You know, you have to
Time.
put in
Time,
the work.
girls, we
Know
got
who you are, know your value.
became
You know, invest in yourself. Stop
Yeah.
investing in
Yeah.
these relationships that you don't understand.
sometimes that
like your
investment
whole
is
life
what?
depends on just a
Yeah.
relationship.
You know, so
Sometimes it does.
no, it shouldn't.
It should not.
Sometimes it does, and it's
Like
natural.
Unless you
your
spend
whole
your
life,
tuition,
like your
like
whole
those
life
people here, the guys
depends
spend your
on.
tuition.
Like there is no way your whole life can depend on a
What
relationship.
about
Someone you
that?
met,
It
someone you met when you were 18 years and above.
Sometimes it
Nagamba, I'm going to pay your
This
tuition.
is a guy you're going
But
to
guys,
meet.
that's
Ewamwe ngenda zimba enyumba.
That's a mentality, but still
Sikuzimba,
without those
azimba.
guys, still without
Like,
him.
let me
And then he's the one who's ghosting you.
Let me tell you something.
So if you ghost you, he has already
Let me
built
tell
your
you
house at
something.
home.
Move on.
What is wrong with you?
No, but
I
you can't move on because you expect much better.
Yeah, and he has even raised your standards so
Exactly.
high.
Yeah.
So those are the things that you need the closure.
That's
'Cause
why
if-
at the end
if
of
you
the
meet a
day,
guy,
girls, we have
he
to
says
work.
he loves you, you love him.
Otherwise-
Then
At the
he
end
has
of the
built
day,
for
have
you.
some
He has taken
money.
school. He has
Yeah,
taken
for
you to
yourself.
school.
You
He
can
has taken
always
you to
find
school. He has
something.
built some, maybe a home for you, and then you'll be there. You'll be like, okay, I can give a kid to this guy,
Yeah.
and he will. Maybe his mission, he doesn't lose it paying you tuition. He doesn't lose it putting 50
So like his
to build
entire goal was a kid.
a kid because that is what he wants. You get?
Why
Because
would
these
you
are
want, like,
losers. These
a
are
kid that
wealthy,
doesn't have a mother?
No, these are wealthy losers. All they have is money. They have
yeah.
no value attached to that.
Yeah.
So having kids with responsible women is a goal to them. So he doesn't mind losing that because that is the same money he can put in a ticket to just go and blow
I know,
in
right?
Dubai, wherever
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
So having a kid with you is a big deal. And all of a sudden, he will ghost you. And you'll be like, oh, I have a kid
So
with
what
you.
happens to
What do
the
you
kid?
want?
Like,
It is about now the kid. You're a single mother. And you're going to struggle.
he's
even
like
getting
literally
money from him.
a sperm donor. Like,
Not even a
yeah,
sperm
pretty
donor.
much. Pretty much.
Sperm donors take care of their kids.
I know. Sperm donors
Sometimes
don't.
they do.
Sperm
Like
donors
Sperm
don't.
donors
now let me tell you,
don't.
this the kind of guys I'm talking about, the category of these guys is they'll do anything it takes to have a kid with you.
And they
after
take care
that,
of the kid. Will they take care of the kid?
because they've given you education, they've given you a home, what
Oh.
else do you want?
Hey,
That's an
so the
investment.
child is the pay.
Oh, yes.
Oh, so
So
you're
if they
Yes.
ghost you without closure, you know how it hurts. That will hurt. That is why that single mother will need closure to understand, what did I do wrong? Yes, you did this and this. I gave you a kid, but what happened?
Meaning the intentions of men are
Because
hard
I had to
sometimes
tell.
are hard.
Because this girl is expecting something much
Their
selfishness.
intentions
They're
of
selfish.
men.
Men are selfish.
but they're
Maybe
also
not all.
Not all.
so I think they're also
Not all.
but
all.
also
The
if
ones
you
who
find
are
men
not
they'll tell you
wise,
girls
and
are
They'll tell you
complicated.
girls
Those who have
are
had bad
selfish.
advice, people
Yes.
who are movie, those gangles they be in agamba gwe nze nakafunisayo nga
I know.
akawala nze nakafunisa tewali
Oh, God.
bizibusha.
Yeah,
So
So they're those kinds.
They're there.
so basically you
Closure
have
is
to
important.
it is important, but you have to also be okay,
okay,
if
not
you do not
having
get
Oh
it.
yes, you
Yeah.
have to, because when you don't put in yourself this, okay, there is this one issue
You
that
have
we
to
have
move on somehow.
You
that
have
is
to.
actually killing most of us, is ignoring mental health.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
this is something that is killing most of us
Mm.
from the inside. And you know, you begin dying from the inside. It's
Yeah,
not about
yeah,
you
yeah.
losing the breath and all
Yep.
that.
Someone
'Cause when you
defined
lose
depression as anger turned
Oh yeah,
inside. Yeah,
Yes,
from
because
inside.
it kills you eventually. It puts you down, because you realize most of the people who are the victims of suicide, they are going through depression, because these are things they can't talk about. Okay, for example, I'm dating a very rich guy. All my friends know, all my family knows, and then all of a sudden the guy is ghosting.
disappears.
You cannot talk about it because they will not understand you.
The kinds
So
of
it kills you.
onukwanjula day and the mugole does not
kills
show
you.
up.
So that
Oh,
is
my-
it.
Yeah.
When there is closure, you're mentally healed.
Yes.
When it is not there, it puts you down.
It also
Yeah.
helps you to prepare for the next
Exactly.
relationship, so
So-
that you don't take the bitterness, the
So
anger.
if you miss out
into-
on the closure, go into isolation sometimes so that you speak to yourself. I believe in speaking to myself. You
For
see-
some,
yeah.
some isolation is good. Some
Yes,
isolation,
some
and
is
the
not
others
nice,
isolation
depending
is bad.
on how the breakup was or how the closure came
Because
about, or how the
others will tell
ghosting
you,
came
speak
about.
to a friend,
Exactly.
speak to your mother,
So you find like
speak to your pastor,
if you can't speak to them,
speak
speak
to
to yourself.
someone.
Get into a mirror, speak out what you want, because no one is watching.
Assurance, self-assurance.
Exactly. See the good in you, see the bad in you. If you can change, if you cannot change,
Yeah.
but appreciate you for who you are.
Yeah.
And then you move on. Dress
Beautifully
up.
and wonderfully.
Exactly. Dress up. Go have a glass of juice from a very nice place when you're smiling. Wear your nice perfume. Wear your lipstick, and you move
And if
out
they
there.
left you with the Benz, you cry in that
Please
Benz.
cry in your bed.
And even if they did not leave anything,
Get an
know,
Uber.
count
go
your
out there.
losses,
I know.
make
count those
peace,
losses. We all do business.
accept you made a loss,
Yes,
Which
yeah.
is
you
normal.
did your best,
Yeah.
you were robbed. Okay. Ding. Savage. Okay.
Mugamba sirimu kudating.
Okay. I know, right? By the also, oh my God. Oh God. We need to come back. We need to have this. Because seriously. But also, anyway, back to, I appreciate what Nice is saying. And because the point is, you have to put in the work for yourself. Put yourself first. Right now, you're not going to dwell on the fact that I have to look for him. We have to talk. Oh my God. When are you? I feel like I have really grown. Because I feel like when we were young, all of us have wanted that. You feel like, I want to talk to him. I mean, like, why? What did I do? And but then at this time, I feel like,
Also, I think
if you're it is
at those kinds of people abogamba nti when you tell yourself I have to talk to him, it's a form of self-entitlement of sorts. Abantu abamu, you are told you are princess.
which is also a form of
You
immaturity. Like I said, we were
Yeah,
so
exactly.
young, still
You are
immature.
told you are princess.
right now
you
you're
are
like,
beautiful. You are, first of all, you're thinking you're very irresistible. So every guy,
Which could be the case, but apparently this guy has
that's right.
resisted.
Now they have resisted. You forget the whole
Oh God.
So reality hits you, I can actually be resisted.
yeah.
You know? So owejamu that self-entitlement thing, no ngawulira, I am irresistible. I am what tell it to yourself that stuff can happen to you. and you
Yeah, but
can be
also I don't want.
okay.
Yeah, stuff can happen to you, and it does not actually mean that you're not beautiful.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
just that you
exactly.
actually irresistible. But it's not like you're not beautiful. It's nothing to do with you, honestly. Sometimes, especially for that person who doesn't feel the need that actually, because like we are saying, most times the problem is you have all these questions because of what you feel like. One of the reasons what you've invested your time. And like we were saying, some have actually done wifey duties.
Plastic surgery.
You've done so many things to still keep this man or keep this relationship or keep this woman.
You don't have boobs, you don't have good teeth, you got dresses.
Exactly. Oh God! And where is he? You know. So all that happens, and it's what you're really mourning. But you have to also remind yourself that if he can live without you,
I know.
why can't you live without him?
I'm very sure everyone who is going to be watching this has at least gone to school. There is that time you sacrifice your night reading for a paper. You reach in a
Oh,
paper,
God.
it's like you've never attended any lesson. It's not your fault. You did your best.
And honestly, sometimes you did your
so
best.
read.
You read.
You've
That
read.
is no. Whether
But there were those papers when they would ask for things that mwena class ne full mange gamba. What? Maybe you have is like, the teacher expected this man to read outside the
In
box.
class they taught 1 + 1 = 2. Then in the exam they put 1x + 1 = 2. No.
You have to accept that. And sometimes you reach a paper, you write, and you think you're going to pass, and you fail.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Some things are always expected.
That's how life
Expect
is.
failure at
Yeah.
any moment.
Yeah.
because You can't pass. You can't win every battle.
Yeah, actually,
There are
that's
some-
also an important
it's like
lesson.
Even being in sports, you can't win every game. That is
Yeah.
why we get to the semi-finals, the finals, and then the knockouts and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
I feel
So you
like
can lose and you can
yeah,
win. So
life
it's-
teaches us so much, and
Yeah.
one of the most important lessons you have to learn is losing and not
Being
dying
okay
and not
and
killing
being
yourself
okay,
because you've lost. Because
You lose and
you
you're
lose
okay,
some
because it's
and you win
You win
some.
some,
Yeah.
that's true,
So you really have to find. And I also wanted to still building on what we are saying, learning, putting in the work after such has happened. In the sense of, like we were saying, nice kind of hinted on it, rediscovering yourself. Because so many times people go into relationships and they lose themselves. Ng'obulamu bwe bwonna musajja oyo.
You live your
Nga
lane for the
takyamanyi,
guy.
you know, even your friends, you even lose friends. Ogenda okukomawo. Yes, that's the tuli mu kumuneenya, just one tuli mu kumuyamba. And then also, we talked about mental health. No, abadde mulina. Adde mwanoonya kasita yawuli. Well, there is hope. Walawo no wamufuna.
Yes.
So yeah, like you have to keep yourself hopeful. You have to keep yourself motivated. Otherwise, at the end of the day, I mean, outside, you guys, you're bound to be, Yeah, so I was saying also investing in your growth as a person, and also if you can
make you some kamane.
Yeah, also if you can,
Because it's hard. Ngojako ebintu bya love really a bit different.
Heart
The
issues.
heart matters. But when you have your kamani, there's a form of confidence and fence you have around you, a form of
some security. Yeah.
You're feeling like, well, again, I can still afford my fuel. I can still
And
buy
it does
some
not mean
expensive clothes for
mean you
myself.
don't care
So
for the
the only-
relationship.
exactly. You
but
care about
yeah,
it, but
you
there's-
recognize that you
there are
won't
some
die.
of the things that will help you bounce back. When you have Ulianga.
Yeah, and also I feel
what
like-
exactly have I lost?
Yeah.
If it is, are we allowed to say some things on this show?
Yeah,
The show is for how old?
We are not allowed.
Yeah, okay. If it is the man that you feel is the one you wanted, is the only one that you wanted, Ulianga, when you measure, I have my money, I've got this. So
those
meaning I've only
things.
lost the man and everything that comes with the man. Let him go.
You guys, okay, that is it, but that is not going to help our viewers.
I know,
In
right?
a sense,
No,
with the relationship.
for me what
it
I'm
has no
saying is-
attachment.
Point being, I should have self-assurance.
Yes,
Tell
you have
yourself
self-assurance.
you
Now we
are-
are talking to people, the youths.
No, what I'm
These
saying
guys who are
also
at campus,
is,
and they're not working, but they're in relationships. How are you going to
and
help
they are the
them?
ones that are
And the ones who
crying
are
the more
actually
for closure.
struggling with this.
Yeah.
They're the ones who are dying to have the closure. So it's not about the money, because a relationship is something. You know, it's animal.
Are you supposed to be in a relationship?
You
If
are
you're
not.
above 18, you're an
You are
adult.
not when you are at campus.
Not.
It's okay.
You want?
Did I have a boyfriend?
You did not.
I had stalkers. I did not have boyfriends.
It's not even about that, but
So I
in the law, if you're above 18, you're an adult. You can be in a relationship.
She was in relationships.
It is okay whether she was or
Bueno.
she wasn't. She was above 18.
Some of them we are still
Mama,
seeking
I think you
closure.
are- So it's very, very
Oh,
important. Me, above all, I still go back to our mental health.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because it ruins
Actually,
everything.
awe mbadde
And that
njagala
is it.
nange
That is it.
okumalira. If you can, invest in therapy.
Yes.
Because yes, you can talk to your friend and thank God for community, for
Yeah.
especially here in Africa. You can actually be like, "Ale no worker," because yes, we are busy, but somehow you can
Your
create
Christians,
time
you
for your
can
friend.
create time. A friend is a friend.
Yeah, for those where you find your friends are all like too busy, but also still at the point of a friend. It does not. Your friend cannot actually give
And
you
give you the
resources
best.
as a therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you can, seek therapy
an
if you're
expert.
struggling to find closure. And honestly, when I see abazungu tuyiga okubyemanyiiza. Call a therapist.
Yeah.
If you are looking for one, actually we can help you. Send a message. You know, we will recommend some of them.
DM.
Yes.
DM authentic chat.
Yes.
At Ine Praise.
Yeah, we have these
because she's actually a professional psychologist. that
Yeah, I am doing
that
my
is
master's in
it.
clinical psychology.
I-
So
she's
yeah.
the right person for these things.
Yeah, bw'oba ng'onsuseeko neera mmanyi abokurecommendingira.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, so basically, I hope this has been helpful. I don't know if you guys are still, it's like something is burning you.
No, not really. Not really. Point is,
Yeah.
yes, we do need closure sometimes, but again, if you do not get it, tell yourself that it is okay. With
Yes.
the values that these guys have mentioned, instill them onto yourself.
Yeah.
Get busy. Funa bw'oba oli
Get
kusomero,
busy.
get into those books. Now is the time for you to focus on those books and get a good CGPA. Abadde afuna retakes because of a boyfriend. Now focus. So just slap yourself and get
Wake
back
up,
up.
wake up.
You
Yeah.
know, get back
Wake up
to
from
reality.
that long
yes.
sleep
Now
and
no,
the
I
long
am
dream
now
that you're
dealing
having.
against
Agenze tayagala
Until the next one comes,
nakwogera
life
nange
must go on.
kibi. And also, actually, you don't always have to jump into looking for another relationship. 'Cause
Give your
exactly.
time.
give yourself time to heal. Give yourself time to heal for heaven's sake. I feel like really people need to love
Sometimes we
themselves
rush
some more.
and we end up.
Yeah, because you're still hurt,
Hurting,
you're
looking for
wounded,
closure,
you've not really,
You
so
bump into another relationship and you're going to still do the
Correct.
same
Now-
mistakes
And now you're even going with
with
fears.
anger and fears
yeah.
and
Actually, one
You're
of the
now going with
reasons,
fears in the next
one of
relationship.
the reasons I recommend therapy is they help you to deal with even those issues, underlying issues that you did not know about yourself. Sometimes you're seeking for closure from this guy or this woman because you think there are the problems, or maybe they're going to help, yet you are dealing with issues about yourself. Someone, maybe you were dealing with rejection that was that you got from when you are when you are a child, or something nga it's you nga gwe kenyini wetaaga okwekolako newezuula ne
Sometimes
someone
it's spiritual
nakuyamba.
even.
Sometimes
You need
it
to
is.
pray.
Yeah, definitely you need to pray.
Speak to your pastors.
talk to your
Boboli mu
pastor.
youth gondi. Speak to your youth
speak to your
pastor.
pastor.
Yes,
If
because
you
some
are-
of these
you
are actually
an
skilled and
elder
trained.
Like us, speak to your
Mature.
head of matures.
Good.
Then speak to someone who can speak to someone. If you cannot speak to your, because
Yeah,
there are some
talk to
people now, like
someone.
me, I don't know how to speak. I don't know how to speak like
Yeah.
or someone I said, but the Lord has been my shepherd in most of my circumstances.
Yeah.
So if you can have that, if you're the spiritual kind or the people who have the faith,
Yeah.
if you can find help
And also
outside, find it.
Also, friends, let's be more attentive to our friends,
Yeah.
because sometimes tajja kugamba, but you can tell they are struggling.
Yeah.
Let's try to be present,
Yeah.
really, and help
That's
us.
if they
yeah.
tell you.
No, sometimes they'll not, they won't, but then
they
you
can
can
tell.
A good
yes,
friend
yeah,
should be able
you
to
should be
tell.
You just
attentive
know
enough.
the character of
Should
your
be
friends.
able
Because
to
if I know
Yeah.
Allen is talkative, And all of a sudden
yeah,
she's
all of a
silent,
sudden
she's
she's
offline all the
yeah.
time. So you need to take a step and know
Yeah.
what is happening in this person's life.
Yeah.
Is there a problem? Because when you reach
Baranga
to her,
bamugostinga koko
I know,
before.
when you reach to
But
her,
sometimes
Thinking, is them over?
anyways, I mean that's been you know,
Yeah, insightful.
insightful with closure really.
Yeah.
But importantly, put in the work as a person, you know, self-evaluation, seek therapy, self-assurance, self-discovery, manya chicholi,
Yeah.
who you are, love on yourself,
Yeah.
manya nti if he can do without you, you
Yeah,
can do
tena
without
si
you.
ya
If she
kweli
can,
mbali
if she can do
webu
without
nya.
you, you can also. Nadelanga, you have put in the work.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, you know, seek help, seek professional help. There are professional counselors, the therapists. If Bobanga, you're not sure that you can actually deal with it on your own, pray about it. For those of us who pray, I feel like everyone should pray really to God, because God is actually good. Yeah, my name is Praise Atwine of Authentic Chat. Thank you for watching the Girl Chat.
Yep.
Stay tuned, subscribe, invite your friends, because these topics are very insightful. And most times we are not talking as professionals really, but we are opening up these conversations, you know, creating narratives so that you can also talk about, you can also contribute in the comment section what you think, where you agree or disagree. At the end of the day, when we talk about these things, a problem shared is a problem solved.
Completely.
Yeah, thank you. We love you. Share, like, comment.
bye.
Stay tuned.
Bye.
Bye-bye.